And to be honest, I was getting a red flag.
It can also be kind of stressful, and stressful on a relationship.
And we thought this could really be it. Oh my gosh.
I want to tell you all a story about how we got into this life, how we managed to get our dream jobs, work full-time, make money, and live at the campgrounds that we used to pay for. I appreciate that, sorry. Amber was walking.
I understand you, but as long as everything is good on your end, we're good too.
Amber was just walking me. That's right, I said that we used to pay for our campgrounds. We've been traveling the country for the last 2 years in our super tiny camper. We saved up so much money. We spent so much money to try to maintain our YouTube channel and living this lifestyle, being able to travel because it's our true passion. We came across Workcamping, and now we live at campgrounds and we work at campgrounds. It's hard work, it's fun work, it's very rewarding. We're gonna tell you our story about how we got into this life, how we managed to get this job, and how to even really just find these type of jobs. And fortunately, we found our dream work camping job on the first go around. So here we are at Riverbend on the Frio. It's absolutely amazing. I'm gonna grab Amber. We're actually working right now, but I wanna show you some beautiful shots.
Pecan bottom number 1 and pecan bottom 18 are here or already left.
Pecan bottom 1 is gone, and I don't know about 18. I'm gonna go check.
Thank you.
This is the type of work that we do throughout our day, and luckily I get to talk to Amber, who's the other half, or the other third of Honey I Roam. The other third is Winston, our dog. And this has been the most fun life, being able to work at a campground. And we're gonna tell you how we did it.
Welcome to Riverbend on the Frio. We're so glad you're finally here. I am busy at work right now, so I am helping run the front office here. I answer the phones all day. People have tons of questions about what the experience is going to be like. We have indoor units and cabins. We also have outdoor RV spots, and I help everybody figure out what the best spot is for them. In addition to running the front office here, we also have an adorable gift shop. We have tons of swag and merchandise, water shoes. We also sell delicious local beer. People are coming in here to buy ice every second of the day. And we just sell tons of things that you would want at Riverbend on the Frio or out on the water.
Like I was saying, we actually started running out of money. So we had saved only so much money, and we made a bad decision buying a truck that didn't work very good. So what we did was we reached out to our YouTube community, and many of you suggested doing work camping jobs. And we really wanted to get in on this life because we knew that it was time for us to get jobs. And honestly, it was time for us to just have some stability, because for a long time we were just floating around traveling, and although that can be super duper fun, it can also be kind of stressful, and stressful on a relationship, stressful on finances, things like that. So we just needed to take a break from living on the road and settle down for a second, and work camping is the perfect way to do that.
It's time for lunch. Let's go down to our campsite. You know your girl's hungry.
Winston's already on the cart.
I'm hungry. Luckily, you went to the grocery store yesterday, so we have lots of options of what to eat.
Going to the grocery store, it's about 40 minutes away from here, so it's a 40-minute ride into town and 40-minute ride back from town, and then of course it takes me like an hour and a half to even do grocery shopping, so it's always a little bit of an undertaking. Come on. Back of our Jeep is a mess. It's become our whole pantry setup, and it's gonna be needing some remodeling soon. And we also have a little bit of some bad news to tell you guys. You know that Set Power cooler that we've had for the last year? Well,
it died on us, so we had been using it consistently the whole time we've had that cooler, and then it just stopped cooling. So Set Power was so kind to send us a new one. We can't wait for it because we've been using only one cooler for about 2 weeks now. That means we can only have as many cold goods as fit in one cooler, so we are so excited to have another one. Thank you, Set Power. We can't wait to get our other AJ40 cooler.
Reach out to their customer service team because they definitely made sure to make us happy. So if you ever have any issues with the cooler, because an issue that we were running into was the handles were breaking off of all of them, so there's a little latch on the front of it, and that thing was just breaking off. Sent us a new handle, and they're also sending us a replacement cooler. So love our Set Power coolers. Amazed honestly with how long that thing kept running consistently for like the last year, and very, very high temperatures.
Lunch today, we're gonna start off with this cucumber salad. We actually made it last night and forgot that we had it. So all it is sliced up cucumbers with sesame oil and this really nice soy sauce that we have. I topped it with red pepper flakes and put way too many. It is spicy as could be, y'all.
We've been having a lot of sandwiches for lunch and little tacos from leftovers, but we don't really have very many leftovers right now. I got some good recipes, especially for dinner tonight, that I really can't wait to make. I've been really craving fish. We have a lot of like red meat and chicken out here, and it's feeling heavy. It's starting to feel heavy. So I wanted to have some nice light fish along with some nice heavy pasta because I love pasta. The grocery store that we actually go to is a Texas grocery store. It's called H-E-B. I love H-E-B. It's actually my favorite chain grocery store. And they have this one cheese that I got, and it's Carolina Reaper pepper. I've been hearing about this Reaper pepper everywhere. Let's see how hot this cheese is. That's pretty spicy cheese. Wow.
We usually like to make something super quick, simple, filling, and delicious for our break. This is so refreshing. This is a Shiner Wise and Easy. It's actually a raspberry beer. Really super light, only 4%, you know what I'm saying. Crisp, tastes like a raspberry soda water. This is a gift from some of our guests who became friends. And you know what's kind of cool about this work camping thing is when people come stay at the campground and bring so many supplies and decide they can't bring them all home with them. So sure, we'll take them.
People throw away so much usable, fixable things. For instance, this amazing zero gravity chair right here, all it was missing was a screw. So I found the right screw to make it be a new chair, and
upgrade.
Can person's trash
is our treasure.
It's our treasure.
It's good. Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
You can see we have this thing filled to the brim. You guys know what this is? Nutty Buddies. What's your favorite Lil Debbie snack? Because this is definitely mine. I've gone through different phases. I've had my Star Crunch phase, my oatmeal cream pie phase, but this one.
That was a long time ago though, right?
You and I was a child.
Yes.
But me and Amber rediscovered Nutty Buddies, and we were talking about it with our boss. And our boss was so sweet. When she went to the store, she came back and brought us a box of Nutty Buddies. But I have zero control when it comes to these things. I actually ate 2 packs of them yesterday, so that's 4 total. I have no control when it comes to them, especially cold. I gotta eat them cold.
I'll help you control it, but I'll eat one and you can eat one, and then that's all that there is.
Yeah, I don't need to get out of hand.
Now it's time to finally tell you how we actually got this work camping position.
There's quite a few resources on Workcamping itself, and you can do an easy Google search and be able to find them. But with this particular job, and a group that we're still active on, is a Facebook group called Workcamping with Wages. Now, we are not hired by this Facebook group or anything like that. We have zero affiliation with them, but we just wanted to
share
with
our experience and be honest with you about how we got this job. For us, it really is just about finding that one perfect position. As you've heard in some of our other videos, there are so many different criteria that were very important for us to look for when we were looking for a job for us. And we were constantly scouring this Facebook group because it was really poppin'. I mean, there were new postings every day, tons of comments, and you could see the success stories because people would post their picture and what they're doing and that they found that position on that particular Facebook group.
What we did was we started by putting together our resumes. Now, we had resumes from all of our previous jobs, and we wanted to modify it to highlight what we can bring to the table for a campground.
What I suggest doing is whatever job that you have right now, get your resume out, find it in that lost file on your computer, and update your resume right now with the job that you have. It's pretty crazy how as soon as you aren't in that position anymore, you forget some of the qualifications and bullet points that you actually do in that role. So, piece of life advice, go update your resume right now. You don't know what the future's gonna hold, and you wanna make it as easy on yourself as possible.
Now, we wanted to show off our YouTube channel, being able to showcase these beautiful places, being able to collaborate together and be able to be artistic in ourselves with whatever campground we were working at. So we wanted to be really transparent about the fact that we have a YouTube channel, and we wanted it to be a bonus for whatever campground we were going to be going to. We can help them with social media. Also, for us to be able to even learn too a lot about social media businesses.
Giulietta and I definitely come as a package deal in this work camping position that we're looking for, although we have very different skill sets that we have.
Since we highlighted that on our resume, what we did was we put ourselves out there. We started applying to quite a few. I would look up the campground, see where they were, and then I wanted to talk to the people. So we started having interviews at that point, and we'll tell you about our interviewing process. It was kind of interesting, but we do have to get back to work, so we're gonna go back to work, finish off the rest of our work day, and we'll tell you about how that interview process went and how it actually led us to our most favorite campground that we've ever been to in the whole world. How fortunate were we? We didn't even know this place existed before we got this work camping gig. Who's that?
Winston is under the camper getting a little shade.
Let's go back to work. Come on, get on the cart. Let's go. We're done with work, so that was a pretty busy day.
Yes, super happy to be off work now, and I think it's time to go swimming. We need to cool off. It is hot as blazes out here, and there is no better place to do it than right here at Riverbend on the Frio.
We've been working a lot because we're thinking about the future right now. As many of you know, this is a seasonal gig, so we'll really be here until fall time, and then after that, we're really not quite sure what the future holds. So during this time, we're really just wanting to hunker down and work. We have an enjoyable job, so that's really nice. And save up money. I save up a huge portion of my paycheck. Try to preserve it for the winter time and then figure out what we're gonna do next season, and maybe even get jobs in between here and there because we're really having a good time living this lifestyle. Since we're working a lot, it's been hard to film, to be completely honest, but we just haven't really been having time. If we seem like we've been slacking on some of our videos, we hope that it doesn't come off that way because we truly do love to film. So whenever I get that energy burst to kind of go more in depth in our lifestyle, share our work days, what our life is like, I get so much joy out of that myself.
To be totally honest and upfront, I have kind of been in a filming funk. I've just been tired and uninspired. And sometimes it's hard to think that you all would be interested in hearing some of the things that are going on because to me they just seem mundane. But it really is part of our life too. So just wanted to be honest about that. Now we're gonna go swimming, so I got a little burst of energy. I don't always want to put my contacts on when we're gonna go swimming just because it can be, you know, an extra task to do and they don't really feel that comfortable. But Giulietta will never, ever, ever go swimming without a snorkel. It's time for another one of Amber's beer reviews. Today we are drinking This is by Revolver Brewing. It's a Texas ale. It's actually blood and honey. It's a 7% and it has orange peel in it with honey and spices. It's delicious. It doesn't taste like a regular beer that I've had before because of all the spices in it. And with the honey, it kind of coats your mouth. It's really smooth.
Some kids are playing back there.
Yeah, there's always kids playing around here. It's really good. It's kind of heavy. Definitely heavier than a lot of the beers I drink out here in the heat, but it does the trick and it's delicious. I think they even sell it at Walmart. Check it out.
Never mind. So those kids that were playing, they were having so much fun, but you know, our audio picks up on a lot, so we decided against talking about the interviewing process.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
We decided against talking about the interviewing process while we were swimming. So instead of telling you while we swim, we're gonna tell you while we cook.
Giulietta's been craving fish for a long time, and it's been so long since we've had fish.
We got a nice piece of cod and we're going to bake it with some seasonings on it, have some creamy spaghetti. It's gonna be great. We got this thing packed to the brim, but actually it's just disorganized right now. So the interviewing process was interesting. We had initially a first FaceTime with a couple, and it was in a glamping, camping type place, and we were really just happy to kind of go anywhere and have a job and be able to make money while we were on the road. We're running into issues because of the fact that we do have a tiny camper and we're not self-contained. So that was the biggest issue that we were having when we were interviewing. We had a job interview in Colorado at that glamping community, and we also had one at a Utah privately owned campground type place, but unfortunately they do require that you have a self-contained RV, so we don't have that. I was kind of panicking at this point because I didn't know if we were going to be able to find anything that would allow us to stay there because we don't have a bathroom in our camper. So the first job interview that we got turned down for actually because of the tiny camper situation, and they were just really honest and we appreciated that. So even though we had our heart set on it, it didn't work out. Second interview we had, I'm gonna hand it over to Amber and she can tell you about it. So we're just gonna season it up. I have this fishmonger. It's by Fire and Smoke Society. I just got this one from the grocery store and it's a really, really good spice. Slice up some garlic and put some garlic on here. A lot of pepper on my fish.
Our second interview was memorable. So this job interview, we were really excited about it because of the location. Yellowstone National Park. There's so much talk about it. There's that new super relevant show on TV, and we thought this could really be it. Oh my gosh, we've never been to Yellowstone. We don't know anything about it except that it's beautiful. We started the interview. It was a FaceTime interview, and the guy actually wasn't at Yellowstone at the place that he owned. He was overseas. And we did the interview. We asked all the questions that we needed to, and to be honest, I was getting a red flag. I wasn't really accepting all of his answers because they weren't all making sense. And when things don't make sense, especially in a 45-minute interview, major red flag. Giulietta was really stoked on it, so she was looking over some of these details because we thought that it was all about location. Turns out our intuition was right. This person had reviews online that were very, very negative, and we're so glad we trusted our gut on that and didn't go with that job. When you're interviewing online and you're never going to actually go to this place or meet these people before you accept the position, it is so important to do your research. Luckily, the internet is a wealth of information, and if you do enough research, you're able to find other people who have worked here, find out about what the actual job will entail, and about reviews and experiences. And then came to our next interview. It was at a whitewater rafting company, which sounded really fun. Extreme sports, people who love nature. We figured we could really vibe with them. So when we asked about the place that we were staying, it was an RV park, and we looked it up. And when we looked it up, we found out that there was an RV park that was cement slab next to cement slab next to cement slab. No ambiance, no nature in between, and that is a major turnoff for us. And then this interview happened. The interview that we have for our current job at Riverbend on the Frio was a 30-minute phone call, shorter than most of the other interviews that we had. And when we talked to the owners here, we could just already tell that we liked them. It is using a gut feeling and an intuition and kind of hoping for the best. But after we talked to each other and we found out the ambiance of this place, the nature, the setting, the laid back vibe, they were gonna give us creative permission to help them with their social media too, which is something that I really wanted to do. I'm really passionate about. By the end of the call, we said, okay, well, we'll look forward to hearing what you think. And they said, oh, no. We're offering you the job right now. And so we knew that we weren't gonna make the call during the phone call, that we needed to talk about it, but we were bursting at the seams with excitement. Fast forward, we're here at Riverbend on the Frio. We have been working for 3 months now, and every day is so much fun, and we are loving it.
I can't stand that.
Gorgeous. Now that is a camp meal right there. Is that a camp meal or is that a gourmet camp meal?
We also added in some shaved Parmesan cheese.
This is so satisfying. Creamy, salty.
So good. So good. I'm glad you like it.
So good.
All right, we're gonna eat dinner. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are
Honey, I Roam. Y'all are the best. Thank you for everything. We appreciate you, and every comment that you write to us really means the world to us. Keep them coming. We love you.
Oh.
You accept it before you Workcamping is the way to go. In addition to the That's good. That's good.